Hey everybody, welcome back to the 30 Teams in 30 Days, right here on Behind the Score. Today we're going to talk about the Texas Rangers. So we'll kick it off, but of course we're going over the roster positions. The catcher, we have Jonah Heim and Jose Trevino. At first base, we have Nate Lowe. At second, we have Nick Solak. Three, Rugnet Odor, who will be taking over that spot. Shortstop, we have Isaiah Falifa. Left field, Chris Davis. Center field, we have David Dahl, who used to play for the Colorado Rockies. Right field, we have Joey Gallo. And DH will be Willie Calhoun. Utility players there, I have Anderson Tejada, Leody Tavares, Brock Holt, who played for the Boston Red Sox, and Ronald Guzman. Pitchers for the Rangers will be Gibson, Arihara, Fulton Wicks, Allard, Dunning, and Cody. So we'll look into the 2021 lineup here. First off, I've got leading off the lineup, I got Falifa. In the number 2 spot, I got Dahl. 3, I have Chris Davis. We got some power there. Hopefully he does great with the Rangers coming over from Oakland in a trade for Elvis Andrews. You have Gallo next, which has some power. Low at number 5, Rugnet Odor, who kind of, in my opinion, struggled there last year. So we'll see what in that shortened season. So we'll see what kind of a season he has. But right now, I have him slotted number 6. Solak at 7, Jose Trevino at 8, and Willie Calhoun at 9. The pitching rotation, I have a 6-man pitching rotation here. This is quite a bit of a rebuilding team here. They got their new stadium down there in Texas, so it'll be interesting to see play in that stadium and where this team can go. I know I do have them at the bottom of the division, but it'll be interesting to see the players come together and look at that new stadium as well. Pitching rotation would round out with Gibson leading off, Alihara, Fulton Wicks, and that is the guy that was playing for Atlanta. Went over to Texas, so see if he could have a big year there. Allard at number 4, Dunning at 5, and then Cody at 6. With it being a young team, I could see them going with the 6-man rotation. Not only just to space out the workload on some of the pitchers, but gives them an extra spot to get some of the young guys in there to have a bigger look at them, give them some playing time. And other storylines, can Odor bounce back, and how will he fare at third? It'll be interesting to see how he fares at third. As you all know, he was big storyline with him back in when playing the Blue Jays in the playoffs, when him and Jose Batista got in a big scuffle there at second. So as he moves over to third, we'll see how he fares over there in the hot corner. Um, how will he fare? Oh, he definitely is a guy that shown production in the past. Um, Hopefully, he can bounce back in a big way, but it all depend on getting used to a new position. And like I said, this is a young team without expectations, so without that pressure on them, they could see a better season than what some might be predicting. Uh, how will Chris Davis fit in? Right now, like I said, he have him in number three for the lineup for his power. He was somebody that kind of odd man out when it came to Oakland. He hadn't fared very well there for the last couple of seasons. He's had some. He seemed like he kind of had some down parts to his seasons there. So hopefully he can keep his power back going in that new stadium. There's different distances all around that park, so be kind of interesting to see what the home run rate is there and where they go out. But hopefully he can get in there and help those young guys out and bring some power to that lineup. Fultonowicz, can he bounce back? Like I said, I got him at middle rotation. Because he's in a bounce back season, he might not get the workload that he used to with Atlanta, but hopefully he can come back in a big way there. And he coming from a team like Atlanta, there's a lot of experience there. So hopefully he can translate some of that and bring some of that with him to the Rangers. There would seem to be a lot of platoon opportunities. Being a young team, players moving from one position to another, seeing where people work out the best. It's the big thing with those teams. It gives them opportunities to see different players. You might see some young guys come up and down to get some looks there. So it's definitely a team where days off and whatever, you could see different lineups all the time. Like I said, it's obviously a rebuilding team. Just like the Seattle team, there isn't as many names that are really noticeable as others. Of course, Dahl and Davis and Gallo, Rougned Odor, but they're definitely the veterans on that team. But this is definitely a team that's still in that getting star players into spots and growing the young guys into a big baseball team, a winning baseball team here going forward. What will the new stadium be like? That one's going to be an interesting one. Stadium is going to be kind of cool to watch. Like I said, the fences are at all different distances there. They got parts that jet in and parts that jet out, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens with the home run rate in that park. And again, to finish it out, players to watch for would be Josh Jung. He's plays third, number one. It'd be a person to watch, maybe potentially moving up to platoon with Odor there to be able to move Odor into different spots depending on what happens in the season. Sam Huff, the catcher, number two, whether he gets some playing time or not. Dane Dunning, that was the one of the pitchers there, right-handed pitcher, number three prospect. So I would think being the number three prospect and in the depth chart for starting pitching that he would definitely either get spot starts or definitely get one of those spots in the rotation. Like I said, it's a young team, so definitely get some of those guys some playing time and stretch them out a little there. Leody Tavares, Um, got him in as a utility guy for the outfield. Like I said, versatility with his team is going to be huge. So all these guys in some playing time. He's number 4 in the organization, and Cole Wynn, another right-hander pitcher, number 5. Don't know whether he'll crack the rotation or get a chance there. Might be a long reliever in the bullpen, or depending on where he sits in the organization with his importance and where they see him, he could even start in AAA to get some playing time there and see what happens from there. Stretch him out there, because if they see him as a starter, he might get some more starts and playing time by staying in the minors rather than being a long term or long inning reliever for the bullpen. But, well, that concludes this episode of Behind the Score 30 Teams in 30 Days. Just remember, it's not always what happens in the game. It's also exciting to see what's behind the score. Thanks and have a great day.